It appears that they haven't found Naruto yet, Guy said slowly. Asuma, Kurenai, Guy, and I were all gathered around a still unconscious Kakashi. But don't you think that's strange? Asuma hopped onto a cabin. Those guys have already infiltrated the village. It should be easy to find Naruto in this village. Itachi knows Naruto's face. Shh. Guy hushed as a footstep approached Kakashi room. Kakashi. Sasuke entered the room. A small glint of confusion cheered in his eyes, seeing his unconscious sensei traumatic by the four of us. Why is Kakashi sleeping? Besides, only Joni and Mitsuki are gathered here. What happened? Nothing in particular. Guy lied not so smoothly. It's true that Itachi had. Is it true that Itachi had returned? And then he's after Naruto? A random ninja came storming into the room, causing the gathered Joni and I to collectively facepalm. I carefully studied Sasuke's reaction. His eyes widened before narrowing into a small slit. His eyes darkened, and he clenched his fist before abruptly turning out of the room. Sasuke, I said worriedly, standing up from my position next to Kakashi. I'm going after him, I said before dashing out of the room as well. I hurriedly ran over the rooftops, trying not to lose sight of Sasuke. He has passed several places Naruto often visits before leaving the village. I gritted my teeth and picked up the pace. Sasuke! I yelled, finally managing to catch up with my raven-haired teammate. Why? Mizuki. He turned to the left, not slowing his pace. What are you doing here? You can't stop me. I know, but you can't stop me from coming with you, I replied, staring into his eyes definitely. After a few seconds, he nodded and broke eye contact. Long time no see, Sasuke, Itachi said. His back turned to us. We finally found Naruto, only to see that Kisame and Itachi found him too. Jiraiya was nowhere to be seen. I glanced to my left. I saw a blazing red hue of Gashangan and Gasharmit's crow on Sasuke's face. Ah, your little brother. And the girl from before, Kisame muttered, as soon as he caught sight of us. Naruto's eyes widened in shock, not that I realized who was standing in front of him. Itachi Uchiha. I will kill you, Sasuke growling loudly. It's just as you said. I held a grudge against you and hated you. A glory slowly formed in his hands, lightning crackling violently. For those purpose of killing you, I have lived my life. I'll kill you. He rapidly charged at his unfazed older brother, Yoshidori leaving and shoved construction behind. At the last second, Itachi effortlessly grabbed Sasuke's wrist, causing Yoshidori to be disaffected into the wall, creating a gaping hole. Naruto's hand, the predicament his teammate was in, firmly formed a headstand, red chakra roaring around him. You're in the way, Itachi said, now focusing on the QB chakra behind him. A loud crack could be heard as the militia snapped his younger brother's wrist, Sasuke yelling in pain. Sasuke, I dashed to his sides to sensitively trying to hear his broken wrist and hoping to stop the pain. Too slow, Kisame smirked, taking advantage from his sword back and stringing it through Naruto's chakra. Naruto's eyes widened as the chakra he built up disappeared. My sword, Samihana, have the ability to cut through and eat chakra. It's a pain in the butt, but if you move around and use jutsu like that before those legs, should I cut off the arms? Kisame turned down his sword while gripping it sadistically. An orange toad appeared in the nick of time to block the strike. You guys don't me well, do you? This man Jiraiya, does not fall victim to a woman archery, but rather his force of winning woman affections. I stress drop as I noticed an unconscious woman dripped over his shoulder. Yeah, he never fall to a woman's affection. You were totally excited by transfer of woman winking at you. Now it's a roar around, pointing at accuser figure at the signing. You shouldn't be the one trying to act all cool and savvy, Pervy Sage. While Jiraiya and Naruto continued to bicker back and forth, I finished healing Sasuke broken wrist from now. It, it would still hurt, but at least he'd be able to use it. I slowly helped him upright, mindful of his still painful wrist. He gave me the tiniest of smiles and thanks. I noticed Itachi watching that interaction out of his corner of his eye for a split second before he focused back on Naruto and Jiraiya. I'll get rid of you now, Jiraiya said. Don't butt in. I watched in a corner and Sasuke slowly got to his feet. The one that's going to kill him is me. He charged at his brother, who kicked him in the stomach, sending him flying into a wall. Once again, he got back to his feet, his charring gun now blazing, and stormed towards his older brother. Once more sent flying into the wall. I flinched as he coughed up clots of blood. I knew he had to do this, though so I surrounded standing near Itachi. This is my battle. Sasuke grunted in pain. Voice. Fine, Itachi surprisingly agreeing. As Jiraiya attempted to interfere, I averted my eyes as Itachi continues to mercilessly beat Sasuke, and I clenched my fist as a single teardrop fell from my eyes. I hated this. I wasn't able to do anything. Inside of Sasuke Genjutsu point of view, I screamed as I saw the bodies of my parents laying on the floor. I ran outside, only to be met with the sight of an endless pile of dead bodies right in front of me. I was paralyzed with fear. Hate me if you want to kill me. Begrudgingly, Itachi's voice echoed. Sasuke, a familiar female voice said. I turned around outside Mizuki, standing a few meters from me, her long white hair softly blowing in the wind, her green eyes sparkling. What happened? What's happened? Mizuki, I muttered, confused at what she was doing here. She giggled maliciously and gave me a happy smile. My eyes wrenched as a dark silhouette manifested behind her. No! Mizuki! Get away from there! I yelled, scrambling up to my feet, running towards her. But it was too late. My brother Katana emerged through the front of her stomach, her smile falling on her face. Her face morphed into a look of disgust. You couldn't protect me. You're weak, she said monotonely, tears dripping down my mortified eyes as I let out her outrageous scream. Mizuki point of view. I flinched as Sasuke let out a blood-shorting scream before his body inevitably dropped to the ground. While a second dart, I dashed past his surprised Kisame and knelt down to Sasuke's limp form. My eyes lit up blue as I tried to heal Sasuke, only to find out it was futile. The damage was mental and not physical. Tears slowly dropped onto his face. Still, our faces are slightly cried. I barely noticed the wall turning into a flesh-like substance. My eyes were fixated on the sealed body of my teammate. Mizuki, Naruto softly shook my shoulders, breaking me out of my trance. Are you okay? I quickly wiped the tears from my eyes and gave him a small smile. I'm okay. Dynamic entry. A green blob yelled, kicking Jiraiya in his face. I facepalmed as I recognized the green blob, this guy, who was now apologizing fiercely to the annoyed Jiraiya. My eyes wavered slightly as he landed back on Sasuke. Sasuke, please be alright. Mizuki point of view. I'm coming in. My head snapped up at the sound of an unfamiliar voice. I drowsily watched around my eyes, lingering on the face of my raven-headed teammate. We before focusing on the lady walking into the room. Right after Guy has noted Sasuke unconscious on the floor, we decided that he had to be transported back to the hospital in Konoha. Immediately after Naruto asked me if I wanted to join him on his mission to find some random lady, I declined and decided to go back to the village to be with Sasuke and Kakashi. That was now a few days ago, and I practically lived in the hospital. I only left the building to get something to eat. All my time was spent sending not to even Kakashi or Sasuke, hoping they'd be alright. Nasu sometimes visited me. I could see that he was concerned about my well-being. A few hours ago, I apparently fell asleep with my head resting on the side of Sasuke's bed. The lady had long blonde hair tied into two tails. She had brown eyes and a purple diamond shaped marking between her eyes. She wore a gray top and a green jacket. "Who are you?" I asked, worriedly standing up. Mizuki. I decided to look. Naruto came bashing into the room. "Everything will be alright now." I brought along an incredible person. Sasuke, Kakashi, and Lee will be fine now. My eyes widened as I smiled softly at Naruto before turning around to watch the lady walking towards Sasuke. I decided to sit on the edge of the bed to see what the woman would do. She put her hands to the top of his forehead, and a soft green light enveloped in her hand. I anxiously folded with the hem of my shirt, waiting for something to happen. After a few minutes, the lady removed her hand. Sasuke turned and slowly opened his eyes. Sasuke Naruto exhaled with relief, seeing his previously almost comatose teammate awakening. Sasuke sat up, still looking a bit dazed, and his eyes met mine. They wound it microscopically. He unexpectedly threw his arms around me and pulled me into his chest. "Mizuki, you're alive. You're okay," he mumbled softly. My eyes started turning up again as I drew my arms around him. We sat like that for a while. When we finally pulled apart, Naruto and the unknown lady have already left the room. "Mizuki, do you think I'm weak?" he asked unsurely, his eyes focused on the bed sheets. "Of course not. You're one of the strongest people I know." I tentatively put my hand on my shoulder and lifted his head up, making him look into my eyes. "You'll never be weak to me. I hate chips." We stared into each other's eyes deeply, subconsciously starting to lean closer to each other. When we were mere centimeters apart, his eyes dropped down to my lips before focusing back on my eyes once more and closing the gap between us. "Oh, ew, I hate this." I closed my eyes and felt his lips softly press on mine. After a few seconds, he tried to hide disappointment and pulled back. "Mizuki, would you please be my girlfriend?" My eyes wandered as I was frozen in shock. You don't have to if you don't want to." I understand Sasuke's side. His hurt flashed into his eyes. "No," his words broke me from my trance. He snapped up and he laughed briefly. "It's okay. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up." "No, that's not what I mean. You don't." I immediately face-bombed as I stumbled over my words, not making any sense at all. I closed my eyes. I pressed my lips onto his once more. I slowly pulled away. "I love to be your girlfriend." Ew, I hate Sasuke, yo. I hate this. A few hours later, so Kakashi and Sasuke was allowed to get out of the hospital as long as they would take it easy for the next few days. It turns out that the unknown lady was in fact a new Hokage named 29. When Kakashi and I entered our apartment, Natsu jumped up from his position laying down in front of the television. "Mizuki, I need to talk to you for a sec." I nodded and followed him outside into the garden. "What is it, Natsu?" I said softly, smiling. I think it's time for me to head back to Fairy Tail. I've been here for over a week now, and the others must be worried sick. I kinda disappeared on them in the middle of the mission." He nervously scratched his neck, looking anywhere but to me. My eyes slanted, the smile that had been placed on the patcher I played since Sasuke like often became a couple drops. Dopes. It's alright, I understand. I sent for a Velen Natsu in the embrace, which he soon returned. Please tell the others I said hi and be safe. I slowly pulled back and grabbed a summoning scrolls from my pocket. I made a set of hand signs and pushed my hand down on the scroll, which on one final wave, Natsu disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Goodbye, Natsu, I whispered before turning around, heading back to the house. Sorry for the short chapter, but I felt like I had to put it here as a long chapter before continuing with the next part. I promise the next chapters will be longer.